Sentencing today for a Manitowoc man for possession of child pornography. Stephen Wester will not serve any time in prison as long as he complies with probation in this case. Wester was arrested back in December of 2024. According to the criminal complaint, Manitowoc police obtained a search warrant after they received a tip from the Wisconsin Department of Justice that an individual was in possession of child sexual abuse materials. Police seized numerous electronics and discovered images and videos of those materials. As part of his probation, Wester must register as a sexual offender for 15 years and must maintain full-time employment.